don't do a job that makes you miserable because your own mental health and well-being is more important than anything else. Don't do a job that you're going to just hate doing. Doesn't matter how much it pays.
Yep.
However, I think the question is, there's sort of three different pieces to it as I see. One is the salary and whether that salary and your own personal financial situation, like maybe you have a higher earning spouse or lower earning spouse. So there's the financial stability aspect. Then there's the interesting job aspect. Like, are the problems that you're solving at work interesting? And for a lot of jobs in say like the data science jobs in the Bay Area, the problems are really actually pretty darn interesting. Like there's some great data sets, there's some interesting problems these companies are trying to solve. And then the third piece of it is the passion piece. Are those problems the companies are trying to solve, the problems that you're working on, do those problems really motivate you? Do they drive you to sort of work extra hard? Are they your passion? And some people need all three of those things. Some people just need one. Some people need two out of that. The interesting job, the passion for the job, and the money. And so for everyone, that balance is going to be different. All the studies show that people don't get any happier after they make more than a certain amount of money. There's like a certain level, and happiness increases up to that level, but then it doesn't increase any more after that level. And I think given my own personal financial situation, I'm making enough money that I'm comfortable with it. And I'm lucky enough to have a job that's both really challenging, really interesting, and I'm really passionate about. So I count myself to be very lucky, not only to have found this job, but to be living in a country that decides to spend a lot of money on space science, which is sort of a very, it's work that doesn't have an immediate return, but it does in the long term, and it's very inspiring for people. And in Europe, they don't spend nearly as much money on space science as the US does. So I'm happy to be here in a country where I can do a job where the taxpayers pay me to do something that I love.